Hi and welcome back to Kingdom Wealth Creators. I am sure that you're going to enjoy this video even as we show you what our returns were for the month of March, and it has been an amazing return for us even during one of the worst and most difficult months we have ever seen since the start of the pandemic. If you remember, March 2020 was when the pandemic hit, and March 2021 was equally a very volatile and a very difficult month for a lot of people on the market. And yet, we once again, for the eighth month running, we have outperformed the market. So, let me show you what happened. So, if you look at what has happened for us so far, you will notice that I've closed all my positions for March, and I took 18 different positions. 18 different positions. You can see them here. I had Asian Paints, I had Balkrishna, I had Britannia, Coal India, Dr. Reddy's, Eicher Motors, HCL Tech, HDFC Bank, Hindustan Lever, ITC, IOC, NTPC, Power Grid, REC, Reliance, Tata Power, Wipro, and Zeal. Now, what is the most interesting part of this is for the first time, I did not do a single trade in futures. Every trade was done simply by selling options, just selling options. And as you can see here, all these trades have been successful. Uh, 18 trades done, all of them successful. Some of them went really well. If you look at the returns here, for example, I gained about 1.4 lakhs profit in Coal India, and 1.24 lakhs in NTPC, another almost 1 lakh in Power Grid. Those two really outperformed because if you see, the return that I got was almost 73, 76% of the maximum return that I could have gotten there. Coal India was a very volatile share in between. It started at about 135, went up to 155, 160 almost, and then actually 163 at one point, and then it's now down at 133, 134. And so, despite such a huge movement in the stock, that was a really good return there. Okay, and basically, if you look at this, you will see that the strategy is very simple. I tend to strangle various positions on each of these shares. And what is a strangle? Basically, I will sell a far away put, and I will sell a far away call. And as long as the share trades between those two ranges, whatever premium that I sold those uh, lots for the put and the call, I can get to keep it. Okay? And so that's what I've seen so far. About 90 lakhs of investment, our return is about 9.9 lakhs, 9.09 lakhs, which is translates to a return of almost 10.10%. So what is interesting is this expiry has been very difficult, very volatile. If you remember, the start of the expiry on Feb 26th was at 15,100. Today we are sitting at 14,550, which is a drop of almost 550 points, or roughly 4%, somewhere between 3 to 4%. And when the market is 3 to 4% down and being very volatile, multiple times it went to 15,300, somewhere about 2 3 times it hit the top of 15,350, and it also visited 14,350 about 2 days back. It went up to 14,800 yesterday. Today it's back at 14,050. It has been a difficult month for most traders, and yet here is our return of 10.10%, or 9.09 lakhs on an investment of 90 lakhs. This is the power of strand tools, and it works beautifully for me. And I think this is something that anyone can deploy if they have enough capital. And if you want, you can see some of these were just very simple trades. For example, Asian, I didn't do a lot of, it was a very, I just used one lot each, but look at that. It deployed really well. Balkrishna was also okay. Britannia has done really well for us. Coal India was a struggle. You can see that there was a 155 PE. There was a dividend that was paid out. All of that, despite that, it was a very good return that we saw on Coal India. Dr. Reddy's, I didn't do that well because in between, Dr. Reddy's a very huge slide down to 4,200, 4,300 areas. So I had to quickly close those. But even then, overall, I ended up with a profit in that one. HCL Tech was another tough one. It started at 920, 930. Went to 1022, which is when I had to take the straddle there. 2022 was where my my strangle was at. And then it went down to 940, 946, 9, then it came to 960, 980. So it's been a very, very volatile stock for that month, and struggled a bit. I somehow closed it as quickly as possible. Just a 1,590, which is not great, but at least I didn't lose out on that one. And then Wipro was a very interesting one because what happened was Wipro is something that I deployed at the end of the week, just with 4 or 5 expiry days to go. Wipro was a huge position that I took just a few days before expiry, almost 34 lots in that strangle. I closed some of it very quickly afterwards, but it was a very interesting situation because Wipro actually went down to 400 in between. And eventually I closed it at a remarkable profit of almost 80,000 rupees. And that was a very exciting trade as well. Tata Power was also really fun, and not so much fun because it moved a lot. It went as 115, and now it's at 101. Overall, it was an exciting month, but I can tell you it was a very relaxed month also because there were no futures employed. It was just strangles. And even when the market was moving very violently upwards and downwards the other next day, there was not a lot of stress for us. It was actually quite a stress-free month, if I can say that. It made a lot of things easy. To end, I think March has been a very good month to close this financial year out. It has only been 8 months since I started doing FNO trading, and my return is about 32 to 34 lakhs. We started KWC in April 2020 with just 2 lakhs. By July, we had 11 lakhs that we started deploying into FNO. And at the end of March, our total return is about 1.2 crores, a profit of almost 30 plus lakhs. And that is the power of doing these strategies right. And you can learn this for free, absolutely free here at KWC. You don't have to pay any money. People charge 50,000, 20,000, what have you, for these courses which teach you, just what to do with options. But if you are with KWC, we will show you each trade that we do for free. You can decide if you want to follow it up or not do it, or just paper trade, whatever you want to do, you can do it. You can, work alongside us, and it is absolutely free. Get it again, it is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anyone anything to learn how to do this. So I hope to see you on this journey with KWC. God bless you. Thank you for all the support so far. And I hope that if you are here for the first time, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button and keep following us. Thank you so much.